Okay, guys, so today I have a great episode for you. One might even call it, like, The Bachelor Marketing Again. The best episode yet. The most dramatic episode of the season. And I'm joined by a buddy of mine, Keegan. So I really hope you all enjoy. And I'd also like to announce that I think the podcast is going to start posting on Wednesday mornings. That's when this one's going to go live. And I think that's what we're going to stick with from that point forward. So you can expect every single week, Wednesday morning, The Loser Lounge with Colin and Keady. And so, yeah, don't forget to also check out my YouTube channel if you like what you hear today. And I think that's just about it. So, cue the intro.
What? What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Okay, everyone, and welcome back to The Loser Lounge with Colin and Keady. You know, if you're listening to us today, you are either an attractive female who's obsessed with me, or maybe obsessed with our guest for the day, Keegan.
Hello.
You're a cool guy who wants to be even cooler, probably also Keegan.
Sure.
Or my mom. Hello, Mom. Hello, Mom. But yeah. Today we're joined with a friend of mine. Some might call him my best friend. Sometimes I might call him my worst enemy. Depends on the day, really.
That's kind of how it goes, yeah.
But yes, I'm joined by Keegan Nye. So Keegan, would you like to give a little brief introduction about yourself, a little bio to let the people know what's up with you?
Well, first of all, is it Keady or Keedy? Because I just met you today, so
okay,
I need to get that last name right.
Okay.
Keady?
Yes,
Keady.
it's Keady Keegan.
Okay, wait, Keady Keedy?
No, it's here's how I like to say this.
Did you say Keady Keedy or
Here's
Keady
how I like to say this.
Keegan?
It's just like a girl's name, Keady, but instead of a T sound, it's a D sound. So K-D.
So Keady Keedy.
Keady.
Keady. Okay.
Keady.
I was today's years old when I found that out.
Yeah, my name is notoriously hard to mispronounce. My principal, our principal at the high school, mispronounced it for like 3 or 4 years.
That's definitely why I thought it. Wait, did I think it was Keedy or Keady in high school? I can't even remember.
I don't even
It doesn't even matter. It's Colin.
Yeah, it's Colin.
Okay.
Yeah, Colin Chandler. So Keegan, that's really not any bio or introduction about yourself.
Yeah,
you
dude.
cut over that part.
I go to a school and I'm a student. Yeah. And I DoorDash sometimes.
That's all? That's everything? So if this was a job interview and I said, Keegan, give me the quick elevator pitch about yourself, that's what you'd say?
Oh, if there's a job interview, depending on if I wanted the job or not, if I didn't
want this job. You want this job.
Oh, gosh. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think. I'd probably just be like, yeah, I'm a very studious person and, you know, I enjoy taking my dog out for a walk and stuff. And all that, so.
Okay. Well, you don't even have your dog with you at college, so.
I don't know that.
Okay. Well, okay, Keegan. I think that's about as good of an introduction as I'm going to get
That's
out
probably
of
the
you.
best you can get out of me. Bro, can I get some Scandi Swimmers real quick?
No, Keegan, okay, for everyone listening, at Trader Joe's they have Scandinavian swimmers.
I thought it was Trader Jose's. Dude, everything you tell me is a lie.
No, I call it Trader Jose sometimes, because they had their Mexican food products titled as Trader Jose's, and people got mad about it, and so I don't know if they changed it, because I know they were going to, but I think they backed off from it, so I don't know if I don't know what they did with it.
So funny.
But yeah, I call it Trader Jose's. It's kind of like when I text people, I never text them the word purpose. I always text them poipus, like a.
I don't get it. I
Like
don't know. I'm lost now.
Okay,
I'm thinking about the purple cow now, so it's gone.
But no, Keegan, you cannot eat while we're doing. You'd be making a bunch of loud noise. No one would want to hear that.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But
after, okay.
Okay, yeah. But yeah. So there's a few things I wanna hit you with, okay, and talk about today. First and foremost, you have to tell everyone about your love of savers, okay? Because the one thing that I know about you, and that your mother hates about you, is that you really do not purchase a whole lot of new good clothes.
I try to stay away from those.
Yeah, yard sales and thrift stores, specifically at Savers, is the place
grail
that I've always known you to shop at. So if you wouldn't mind to tell everyone why you're so obsessed with, and what Savers is, first and foremost, but why you love it so much.
Dude, Savers is like a donation place, right? Is that what's
A
their
thrift
slogan?
store.
What's their slogan though? It's something cool.
We save.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't-
something.
I don't know.
You donate. No, I don't know. But no, it's just like a thrift store, but it's huge, like compared to any Goodwill around and stuff.
It's like a Walmart.
Yeah, what I particularly like about it, it's not really like sexist. I don't mean that in like a, oh gosh, but any other thrift store you go to is legitly 90% women's clothing and like 10% men's. Savers has a whole back men's section, and it's just a huge place, and I'm always going there just to look for some new fits, I guess.
Okay, and what's the best thing you found at Savers?
Oh, you can't pin that on me, dude. I don't know. I mean, just clothing wise, I probably my Hilfi pullover that I found one time.
Okay.
It had like the vintage crescent on it, and it was like striped. And I gave it away like a week after I bought it, but it was still the best thing I found.
Okay.
It's on my Instagram too. If y'all want to see a picture of it.
Okay.
Not gonna plug my Instagram name. You can find it.
I'll have to put you in the show notes down in the description.
Sure.
So, my next question about Savers, and this was a rule of thumb that you provided to me, okay?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Yes. So, Keegan, if you would please elaborate of why you should always be careful buying swim trunks at Savers or thrift stores in general, because I found this very interesting.
If you find main brand swim trunks at Savers, you always gotta check the seams for any poop stains. Because that's a very real thing. That's very genuine, dude.
Okay.
If someone, that's the only reason. Could be the only reason they're there.
Okay.
Okay. And I've showed you firsthand, dude.
You
I was
have,
like, watch
you have.
out.
So, Keegan, have you ever purchased a pair of swim trunks or underwear and then gotten home and realized that?
No, dude.
Okay.
I'm like a pro. I'm an amateur pro. I'm semi-pro at this.
Okay.
I'm like
Okay.
Jackie Moon out there at Savers, you know.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, we always go to Savers. There's some good finds here that you can flip for some money.
Yeah. I sometimes I'll try and flip it for money. Sometimes I'll just give it away, and then a lot of times I'm just trying to like save something. Like those Nikes I got that remind me of my like growing up. If y'all know the song "Wings" by Macklemore, the shoes he describes in that song are the exact shoes I found at Savers, all beat up and muddy and stuff. And so I cleaned them up, and they're like my go-to shoes now. If you know what I'm talking about, those Nike Air Maxes.
Yeah.
They're freaking sick.
You always wear dad shoes for some reason.
I retired my dad's shoes though, so I'm wearing my Ducks now.
Oh, you're
my
wearing
Ducks right
boots
now.
today.
Yeah.
Surprising. Okay. No. That sounds good. Because that's just for when I think of you, I think of Savers. When I think of Savers, I think of you.
Dude, what's like the best book you found from Savers?
Best book that I found?
I get a lot of books too, but
I bought Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek there, and I've only read part of it, but any Simon Sinek book is really good.
Yeah.
I also think I bought Start With Why there. I mean, people just donate books. I mean, seriously, it's basically the Walmart of thrift stores.
That's a good
and
way
we
of
have
putting it.
Goodwills in Fort Smith as well, and the Goodwills just suck because of it.
You might find one thing once every 3 months.
It's
there.
like it's like if you had the best barbecue place and the Planet in your town, and there was other good barbecue around, but it's like comparatively, it just is never going to match up with like that goat.
Yeah,
that goat there.
It's the goat, undisputed.
Okay, that sounds good. My next topic. Let's transition over to we both love Hooters, okay? And I talked about this in the first episode, but Hooters kind of gets a bad rap sometimes
Big bad rap.
But if you wouldn't mind to tell of why you think the food at Hooters is so good, and why, if someone is skeptical and they needed you to convince them, how would you just give me the pitch?
Okay, it's simple, dude. What category is Hooters in? What other restaurants are related to it?
Twin Peaks.
They dress just as bad there. Walk-ons. That's a new place coming.
Walk-ons.
That's a new place coming to our town. It's in some other places. That's like a more Louisiana style of sports bar.
Okay.
Really good food.
Do the women dress provocatively
Yes.
at walk-ons?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
They do. So that's my point. They all dress like that except for B-dubs, but nobody likes B-dubs because
that
it
place
sucks. Yeah, maybe go to B-dubs when it's buy one wing get one free, but.
Okay, gotcha. Now, Keegan, if you guys heard that, Keegan's playing with his jacket. Keegan, throw your jacket in the floor.
Dude, I'm
if
tossing
not, you're
it.
going to be playing with it. You're like me. You're a little fidgety.
I'm tossing it.
Hey, here, I'll give you one of these. It's a command hook. I just like move it back and forth.
That's sick.
But don't do it super loud or don't keep it super high up.
Okay.
But this is what I do when I just need something to fidget with.
That's cool. I'm still in this. No.
Well, yeah. But I need those. I need those for my wall. But after 10, you get half price appetizers.
That's a good thing about it, and also just the food. It's the best, you know.
It is.
Yeah.
I really think sometimes it gets a little bit bad of a rap, but
It does. I mean, I don't know if I don't know in 2021 if people should, if like waitresses and stuff could be dressing provocative like they do there, but it's still a very common thing in like any sports bar. So I mean, you see a bunch of lonely like old people there, and it's kind of like they're being weird. But
I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings could literally have naked waitresses.
nobody would go there.
No, because it's so bad.
It's bad, dude. If you try to come at us in the comments about our stance on beat-ups, dude, like, don't even try. It's so bad.
The one near us takes like 2 hours to get your food, and it's never good, and it's just so expensive for what it is.
I do not remember a good thing I've had at beat-ups, at any beat-ups.
No, I mean, I would have to agree with you on that one, to be honest with you, but
yeah. I don't know if this is on your notes or whatever, dude, but we find some really good underground restaurants as well.
Yeah, I mean, we you're not afraid. Okay, well, I should say this. I'm a picky eater. You're not. So it's sometimes it's very easy to say to you, like, hey, you want to go try this restaurant we've never tried before? Because even though we've never been there, kind of scope it out to make sure there's at least something that I can eat. But you just eat whatever. So it's kind of like we just go and you just order something random off the menu.
The hole-in-the-wall places in the random towns, or maybe your hometown, dude, that's the best places to eat. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I guess Diamond Head is a good one.
Yeah.
But that was more your dad who kind of
put us onto that.
There's just small Mexican restaurants and everything that we've been to.
Yeah. Just recently, dude, at my college, some of my friends, like older, like upper graduates, seniors or whatever, they have been telling me about some places to go to. I genuinely had one of the better burritos I've had since Burrito Bowl. And you remember Burrito Bowl? Rest in peace.
Bowl, man.
Rest in peace, Burrito Bowl. But yeah, I had one of the best burritos I've had there. And I went to this other place and had a pupusa. Mm-hmm. It's like how would you describe a pupusa?
It's like a
pancake quesadilla.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close without, I mean, I'm not sure exactly if it's flour or corn paste, but Burrito Bowl was this restaurant that we had in Fort Smith, and it was so hot, like, honestly, it would, like, burn my mouth. Yeah. So my mom could barely eat it, like, it was so hot. But I loved it, and it went out of business, unfortunately, and we were meaning to go right before they closed and just missed it.
Dude, I drove up there, like, all the way across town. It's literally, like, 15 minutes across town? I drove there to go get it for one last time because they said they were closing, like, that Monday, and it was, like, the weekend. It was already closed. I was so sad. I drove that far, too.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should ask them about their recipes. Maybe they'll...
Dude, or where they're at. Or they're in hiding.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, but speaking about, let's talk about your dad for a minute, you know?
Sweet.
He was a major league pitcher, okay?
Yes.
So my question is, where's your athleticism?
I mean, it's here, dude. Like, I'm a great recreational at any sport, you know? I can go play some pickup basketball or something, but I just never really had the, I don't know, I just never really saw... I hated practice, and people was like, "Oh, you don't want to practice," but I just didn't want to.
Allen Iverson over here.
I know, right? But I didn't want to like go through high school like committed to a sport or something, or maybe even going to college in a sport. I just didn't want to practice or put that much time and effort into it. I still played sports all the time. I just played it on my own terms, I guess. I don't know. So I quit sports a long time ago.
No, I mean that makes sense to me.
I quit sports to play them more.
Okay.
That makes sense.
A sport you would say that you are good at is Cosmic Encounters, right?
Dude, I mean, if Cosmic was a sport, I'd be pretty good at it.
You're gonna have to explain, because I don't even.
Genuinely though, I don't think I've won a game of Cosmic.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. But okay, Keegan, explain it to everyone what Cosmic Encounters is.
Cosmic Encounters is this board game. I'm not sure how old it is or what, but you can buy it on Target if you want. Mm-hmm. And it was introduced to me in college, my first semester. And it looks nerdy, but it's really not. Like, anybody would love playing it. And so you just get these, like, ability alien cards. If you love, like, supernatural stuff, it's got alien cards. And they're all so specific, and they have their own backstory and whatnot. And you're just trying to, like, take over these planets and stuff. It's a board game. It's super fun, super competitive. You literally, like, the first time I played it with my girlfriend and my roommate and stuff, my girlfriend was like, I hate you kind of thing. Like, almost like, broke up with me over the game.
Oh, okay, wow.
Because I took out one of her planets. It's whatever, you know? So it gets really heated, but you can just form alliances, you know, make compromises, all this other stuff. And it's really fun.
It's kind of like, in my mind, it's kind of like one of those war games, kind of like Hearts of Iron or Civilization, but in space.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Like Space Monopoly.
Super cool, dude.
Space Monopoly. Okay. Well, and you love that. That's what I got you for your birthday. Is that because you were so obsessed with it, you never shut up. We'd always have to go to Target and look at it. But no, let's hop back to your dad for a minute. You can tell everyone a little bit about your dad's pitching and everything. And
my dad and his two brothers and his cousins and stuff, they went to the small town like 1A school, you know, and literally, like, they went on like a 8-year spree of state championships. My dad was like the oldest, and then it kind of like went down, but every time there was someone with my last name in the baseball team, they were winning, and they all kind of like mingled up to a decent school, you know. Like, he went to Texas Tech. Everybody knows Texas Tech, and pitched there, and then he got drafted in the first round to the Phillies, and he spent most of his time in the minor leagues because, like, his second year in the Phillies, he like I don't know what he did to his shoulder or something, but he like tore something in his shoulder, and the doctor, as he puts it, tied it too tight, and so, you know, he was hitting like upper 90s, and he couldn't even get there anymore apparently. And also, he had my older brother too, so he's like, I'm just gonna be a family man.
Yeah, I guess you got to take care of.
It's a really good, like, testimony too, if you get biblical about it and whatnot. But
no, I get you. No.
It's a crazy story, dude.
Yeah, because you always wear his watches. His, like, picture of the month watches. Like, you always had one on in high school. I mean, that was always...
They were pretty cool.
Yeah, some of them were cooler than others. There were some that I would look at and not really knowing baseball, I was like, what is this? Yeah. It was like some logo, and then I eventually put two and two together. But there were some of them that were really pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, you had a few of those.
So does that mean with this big baseball card, like, you know, your dad could sign Logan Paul some baseball cards?
Sure. Dude, he literally gets mail today about signing baseball cards. Like, they'll send him cards and he signs it and stuff. And funny story, if he doesn't have one of the cards, like, he has kind of like a little case of, like, the cards, like, spread. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if he gets a card that he hasn't had, he just keeps it and, like, sends another card. So it's kind of funny.
Oh my goodness!
Because I mean, there's a bunch of baseball cards, you know. So
oh my goodness. No, that's I have seen his little displays and everything. It's a shame he wasn't a Pokemon, you know.
Yeah, for real. Dude, much of money.
That would work out pretty well.
I bought some Tricks cereal.
Tricks are for kids?
Because it said there's 3 Pokemon cards inside. Not saying they're like original or anything, but just gonna make my contribution there.
Yeah, hopefully they're worth a whole lot.
That'd be impossible for now. But.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to take a second to say, Keegan, I appreciate your support of my podcast and my YouTube thus far. You've done a great job of screenshotting you listening to this podcast and posting on your story, even though you forget to tag me in it sometimes.
Oops.
But yeah, I'd like to take a moment to tell, if you're listening to this podcast, I'd really appreciate it if you'd screenshot this bad boy and go on Instagram or Snapchat and tag me in it on Instagram at Lord Colin Keady. It's the same name that's on the little, like,
Loser Lounge, baby.
Loser Lounge logo. But yeah, just post that, and I really appreciate it. And I always try to repost everyone who posts it, as long as you tag me in it. So yeah, I really appreciate the support on that. But yes, Keegan, I do appreciate your support.
Good little plug there.
Yeah, you're such a great loyal follower, member of the cult.
Yeah, the Colin's cult leaders,
yes,
members.
Colin's cult. my Snapchat private story. If you know, you know.
You know.
Okay. But next, Keegan, I'd like to transition over and talk about your gambling addiction. Okay?
I don't have a gambling addiction.
Okay.
I don't have a gambling addiction.
Here's how we're gonna have to frame this. I'd like to frame this like this. I talked to Keegan once because he goes to the casino a good bit. You'd say you go to the casino a bit too.
Yeah. I'm sad I didn't go this weekend.
To say it's not always that you just go that you have a gambling addiction. But it was a conversation that we had that made me almost a little bit uncomfortable for your sanity and for just the world in general, because you justified to me you going to the casino and you were like, yeah, I'll go and I'll lose money, but like the next time I can win and get it back, and then if I don't, like the next time then I'll win. And I'm like, Keegan, that's literally a gambling addiction.
Listen. Your casino strategy, first of all, sucks.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I know. I'll listen to it.
But I'll say again, I go in and put $20 in the virtual roulette machine and go black or red.
So Uno reverse card.
Exactly.
What are you doing every time? Are you going?
Well, listen,
and losing?
I go in with a set amount, and that's it. Like I'm done, and I'm walk out, and so I go, and I only go like here lately. I've gone probably like once every 2 weeks.
That's about as much as I go.
But I didn't go no, don't even.
I'm not in town every weekend.
But every weekend you are in town, you go.
I was in town this weekend. I didn't go.
Wow,
Drops the mic.
First weekend.
I wanted to go.
I know you did.
Listen, I go in with a set amount too.
Yeah.
So.
Well. But okay, Keegan. Well, tell him whether or not you truly have a gambling addiction. I'd like to get this on the record.
I do not think I have a gambling addiction. If I would have hit like 1,000 or plus, I would definitely have a gambling addiction, because then I'd be like, oh, I can win some serious money.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never won more than like 150. You know.
Okay.
I'll come in with 20 every time, and sometimes I don't even play the whole 20. You gotta be feeling lucky first. Colin, you know this. You were there with me when I won and then I lost it. But it's long story.
I was.
But yeah, I'd go in with 20. I'll take it to the electronic blackjack. That's the best one. If I hit a poker 3+, I'm set. I'll keep it sometimes, or I'll go put it in the slots, and then maybe the slot hit. Okay. But it's just a fun time.
There's always at the local casino. There's always this one old Asian lady
who's just racking it up.
Yeah, she is always on these virtual tables.
Playing baccarat or something.
It's weird if you don't see her. It's a weird day. And
the vibes are up.
Exactly.
If she's not there,
and
walk
she gets
out.
excited for you. I don't even think she's watching her game. Like she's watching everybody.
She was talking to me the whole time. Oh, good job. I'm like, you know it. Dude, that's when I hit the straight flush. That was sick. That was sick.
You're always inviting me to go play poker with you, and I just don't know how to play poker.
That's what I did this weekend instead of the casino. I played poker.
So you still gambled. It's not at the casino.
Listen, dude, I'm playing cards every weekend, no matter where it's at.
Okay. So you basically have admitted to have a gambling addiction.
Listen, that's in my blood. Sometimes I don't even gamble. I'll just play. I mean.
Okay, well.
That's in my blood. I can't help that.
Okay. Well, okay, Keegan. Yeah, but we've been to the casino quite a few times. We've never eaten at the casino though.
Good food, good catfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any good casino stories besides, do you, or anything?
No, dude. I mean, I've met some pretty cool people. Just talking to them.
Oh yeah.
But nothing crazy.
I mean, I already told the story about the lady winning $100K. You were there the other day. When I saw that, but. Fortunate realities, it wasn't one of us.
Wait, were you there that day that one lady was screaming the whole time?
No.
Bro, there was just one time, I don't know who I was with. I think it was just my friends. Mm-hmm. But literally, you could hear her in the whole casino. Every, 30 minutes, woo! Woo! Like, top of her lungs. Like, there's no way she's winning, 30 minutes.
She was winning.
Yeah. And then, I'll meet people that just beat up the machines, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And, talk, curse at it under their breath, like, you son of a, I'm like, what are you doing to it? To a freaking machine.
Well, so my grandfather has this superstition that you got to talk to it.
Oh my god.
You got to talk to it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, he has a much better casino track record than most when it comes to winning. And so maybe there's some merits to talking to it. Maybe they've got a microphone in there, and they're like, there's some guy in the back who hears him talking. He's like, yeah, this guy's gonna.
If we let him win this time, he's hooked. He'll swear he's got it figured out.
That might, low key, that might be a.
Start talking to it, dude.
Man.
Start freestyling to it, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of freestyling, we're gonna have to talk about your rap career, Keegan.
I'm retired, but it was a good run, you know.
Mm,
I mean, I had sold out shows.
I'm not sure that's how I'd refer to it.
I'm not saying I'm a I can't remember that kid from Van Buren, but I'm not saying
we're not gonna call anybody out.
I'm not saying I'm him.
I know who you're talking about, but we're not gonna.
Kid that always wants to fight. I'm not saying I'm him. But I did sell out a few shows, you know, a few bonfires I sold out. Colin, you were there.
So let's back it up. Let's back it up.
We
and
made
talk
a few
about
bangers.
The origins of your rap career and performing at our school's homecoming bonfire.
Sold out, dude. Full packed crowd. I did a what's it called, the wave wave run. Yep, did that. Everything. Yeah.
Okay.
You were there.
I was the hype man on stage. But the rap career. How did the ideas of Chevy's, which was your first song, and if you're looking for it, I guess it's on SoundCloud.
Maybe.
I don't even know.
Still there, dude.
We've got the music video. We can't release it.
Listen, pay for the music video. You would want to see it.
Yeah, honestly, what if I put it up on like Patreon, and if we got the certain someone I refer to them by their pseudonym, but wait, how do you...
Surname? No.
Well, is it?
Maybe.
Something.
Surname? I don't know.
Their name that I use to refer to them on the show, but I think everyone would really be able to figure out who it is now. But I'm waiting to release it. I really want to release that.
Yeah. Just have people pay for it. It's worth... I would pay a solid $5 for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very entertaining.
But yes. So I remember you making me drive around in a parking lot to record this with you.
And it didn't work. That's not the recording we used.
we did it in your house too, and it sucked.
Yeah.
And then you came to my house and used my microphone.
It still sucked. I mean,
well, it still sucked because you were about 3 centimeters away from the microphone
and just
screaming into it.
That was my stage of like, rest in peace X. But like listening to like Rip Roach and stuff, you know? So I was like, dude, you know how hard it would be to make a Rip Roach song? Not hard at all. You just scream into the mic, and I did that, and it was perfect.
It was not hard to make a song along the same merits, but I don't think it was as good as a X song.
If we had that production, though, let's be honest, it would have been as good. All I did was change the lyrics to something better, honestly. Because I wasn't
less
cussing
explicit.
Yeah, less explicit.
Just skirting down to the Chevy with your girl.
Yeah. I can't even remember the lyrics.
Down to the levee with your... in the Chevy with
Don
your
McLean
girl.
In the whip. Like what? Yeah.
Okay.
Fanny pack
Keegan,
on my hip.
Keegan, we're literally gonna right here. This is... Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 93.8 Funk Master the I don't know which one Funk Master is, but I'm going to throw down a beat, Keegan.
Am I getting the 5 fingers of death right now?
This is about as close as you're going to get.
I'm not going to freestyle.
This is as close as you're going to get.
I'm not going to freestyle. You're not doing that.
Are you ready?
No. You're not doing that. I'm retired. Respect it.
Keegan, they want it. The people want it. Okay?
Nobody is.
Keegan,
no.
You got to. I'm gonna
retired.
spit it. I'm gonna spit it. I'm gonna start spitting a beat, and you're just gonna do it. This is gonna be the sound bite that I put up for the press. Are you ready?
But I'm not a rapper.
Are you ready?
What's that? Super hot fire?
McDonald's $1 sweet tea. I drink that.
Hey, I can't remember that thing.
But
I'm not a rapper.
He's like, oh, here's
Boom
here's
bing.
my girl's number. Psych, that's the
wrong number.
Oh. But okay, Keegan, I'm gonna lay down a beat, and you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Every guest on the show, besides my dad, which you're the only second guest, has to do it. Are you ready?
Listen, if this reaches 5,000 views,
you're not backing out of
this. If this is 5,000 views, I will come back for a freestyle only, just a freestyle.
Yeah, no one wants that. No one wants
so it's
that.
like that's why nobody wants it right now.
No. If we don't get 5,000 views on this episode, Keegan is coming back.
You can't make
Keegan,
me.
come on. I just want you to freestyle a little bit. I just want you to freestyle. Come on.
No, I'm not freestyling. I'm not gonna even try.
Come on, Keegan. I need the soundbite. We gotta have the soundbite.
No, but on the discussion of rappers.
Keegan, how much? I'll give you $5 to freestyle. Keegan, I'll give you a free meal if you freestyle.
No, you're already giving me a free meal. That's
That's
why
why
I'm
you
here.
get Keegan on the podcast or to do anything. Listen, no, the other night I was trying to go watch a movie with Keegan, and he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm so tired.
Dude,
I'm
I
just
had
so
a killer
tired."
headache.
And he was like, "Nah, I just can't do it. I can't do it." And so I was like, "Oh, I know him well enough to this." So I texted him that me and another one of our mutual friends were gonna go to Hooters and then go watch this movie. And then about a minute later, he's like, "Okay, I'm down."
All right, I'm on my way.
It's funny that I've been friends with you long enough that I know exactly what it takes to get you to
We're going to
But come
Hooters.
on, Keegan, come on. Just
I think the direct text was, "I have a $25 Hooters gift card."
I
was
do.
like-
I did.
I was like, all right.
But okay, Keegan, here, you got to do this.
I'm
You got to
not
do like
doing it.
10 seconds, man.
No, dude, this is pure
10
pressure.
seconds.
This is
Come
why.
on.
This is why I do not do podcasts.
The
'cause,
podcast needs it.
dude, every podcast I've been on, they've been wanting me to freestyle.
You haven't been on another podcast.
I've been on this one, and you want me to freestyle? Boom.
But you have not. You said every podcast you've been on.
It's
like
only
you,
one.
I know, but you said that like you've been on like a bunch.
Hey, you don't know.
It's like you're John Mayer saying, "Yeah, a lot of shows I've been on, they haven't made me
Dude,
sing."
John Mayer started a TikTok.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not a. Come on, Keegan. This is my last chance. We gotta get a soundbite
I'm
of
not-
you spitting
I'm not
some super hot fire. Keegan, you know you're the best rapper around, man.
I
You
mean,
know you are.
that's actually probably true. But that's actually probably true.
Then,
but I'm not
let's prove it, Keegan. Come on, let's prove it.
No, dude.
Come on,
Bro,
I'm gonna.
you
I'm
should
gonna
have
press
JX
you.
on here.
We do need to get JX.
That would
2000.
be a six pod.
JX
podcast.
would
He would,
freestyle.
and
We
he
have
would
a
freestyle, and it would actually be worth the listening while.
exactly. There's a friend of mine who went to high school
Bro,
with us.
put him on.
Yeah,
He's sick.
So his name's JX2000, and he's on Apple Music, Spotify. Got some music videos and
Dude,
everything
flames.
on YouTube too. And low key, like he actually has some good songs. There
Yeah.
were some songs at first, and I was like, Jake, I don't know about this. But I'm gonna tell you, he is like over the
Dude.
course of a couple of years,
Yeah.
like really actually gotten pretty
He's-
good.
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie.
Like he could be in my daily playlist kind of thing.
Oh
you know?
yeah, I mean I've got the
Doesn't
songs
he,
downloaded.
Doesn't he make his own beats too? That's
Yeah,
sick.
I think so.
Dude, he makes some
think so.
sick beats.
Oh, I don't know. We might need to get JX on
no.
to
Yeah,
to make
JX,
sure.
clear that up.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, Keegan. I guess if you won't freestyle, but little do you know, I have Mr. Beast in the closet. Come on out, Jimmy. He was gonna give you $50,000 if you freestyled.
Bro, if that was real, I'd be so pissed. Imagine.
Keegan, the whole point of this is to seek discomfort. You're a big Yes Theory fan.
Yeah, but okay.
Seeking discomfort.
That's okay. Yeah.
They'd be Yes Theory would be so mad at you.
They would
today.
not. No, I don't think they would. That's not even in their domain.
You're doing the world a favor, probably.
Yeah, they're talking about saving the world and stuff. That's not saving the world at all.
You guys are gonna have to go in and DM Keegan and tell him that you want him to freestyle.
I'll
to get
start
him
a
back
live
on here.
video. I've done that before.
No,
Dude, I haven't done that. That seems like so long ago. I'm in college now.
it was. But
That was fun,
I
though.
really do wish we could put the music video up because
Yeah.
I've spent so much time on that, and I know you guys just had
It
so
was
much
so
fun
cool.
doing it.
It was so cool.
I mean, I had so much fun just recording it, and we were just goofing around.
that was like right when COVID hit. We had to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before, I guess, because I got sent home like literally that week, and so there really wasn't a whole lot of cases or anything, and there wasn't even really guidelines out for wearing masks or anything. Like
So
that's
we
how
just-
early
yeah.
we were just like, oh, we're all home, might as well do something.
So we did.
Yeah, absolutely. That's sad. That's sad. You won't do it, Keegan, but I guess.
Not
I
this
guess
time. I need more clout first.
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
But Keegan, I'd like to talk about the one time you were an adult in Best Buy. So I have to tell you guys, we have a mutual friend. He's got a YouTube channel.
You've
Mind
plugged it
of
before,
Gavin.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we might have talked. If you guys have seen my YouTube, you know who he is. But we go into Best Buy, and I'd like to think I'm a little bit of an instigator, okay? Especially when it comes to Gavin. I like messing with him in a good way. I mean,
Messing
in a good way.
with them, yeah.
But every time we go in Best Buy with him, I'm always like, Gavin, hey Gavin, go to the speakers and turn them on full blast. And so he just goes and starts turning all of them on. And here's me at the end, like keeping a watch out for the Best Buy workers. And And we're just having a absolute hoot.
I was looking at phone cases across the store when I hear these speakers at full blast across the whole store. And that's not the one time I had to be an adult. Every time you and Gavin are hanging with me, I have to be the adult.
No.
Y'all are little kids.
Every other moment, you're the one that I'm having to be like, Keegan, cut that out.
No. Every memory I have of me, you, and Gavin hanging out, I've been the adult.
Part of it's just because I always instigate Gavin. I'm a provocateur to a certain extent. Gavin, go do. But we do have fun. But that, and I'd like to think I'm pretty well behaved in a lot of places, but for some reason those speakers in Best Buy just call my I've seen too many YouTube pranks of people just going in there and putting on inappropriate songs.
I mean, it's pretty funny, but
it really is. But okay, no. I do think that's a story that people need to hear about my Best Buy shenanigans.
Yeah.
Keegan, we're kind of working through the list of things that I wanted to talk about here. Before I continue pressing on, is there anything you want to talk about or any questions you have for me?
No, dude. I mean,
nothing.
Wait, is your college, dude? Are they going back to normal? Because they're
supposed to.
Mine just said we're going back to normal. They just posted it like the other day.
Yeah, we haven't had any official announcements. The rumor is we're supposed to.
So that's cool.
Because since we're a pretty big campus, they'll be able to get everyone vaccinated.
Then you could really start pranking them.
We got some banger YouTube videos idea. We're not a prank channel, but
grab Gavin, get the camera. I'll meet you there.
I need a good filmer in favor.
Bro,
one of my buddies.
Turn into Steven Crowder, dude. Except
better.
because
my goodness,
he's not even entertaining anymore.
No,
he really tries too hard.
I just don't like some of his takes sometimes.
And it's 2021, so we're liberals now. We can't even say we agree with him anymore. So
well, you're a lot more conservative than I am. I'm pretty moderate. And so it's kind of one of those.
Yeah, I don't even think he's entertaining anymore. Or I don't know. He's just off the wall.
Yeah. I don't know. But okay. Well, since you don't have any questions for me, what a terrible podcast guest you are.
Wait, I've got some serious questions.
What?
This is very serious. Let's get the tone going down a little bit. First question.
Before we do that, I'd like to talk about how we both keep that. Will you keep that in your head?
I'll forget it, but yeah, I'll try.
Oh my God, am I gonna have to give you a piece of paper to write this down? Write it down on my bank statement here. Write it down on my bank statement so you don't forget it. Yeah. One thing that annoys me is when people leave pins out and open. I might need to read through that before you.
No.
What do you even say? But I know I'd like to take this second to introduce the fact that Keegan and I both worked selling snow cones this summer. We were your Kona Ice boys.
Dude.
I was. Do you have any fun Kona Ice?
Bro, we shredded that. I'm sorry.
So for people who don't know what Kona Ice is it's a snow cone food truck basically that we drive around, and when COVID did not exist, you got your own flavor on the outside. So it's really a pretty cool thing, to be honest with you. But do you have any funny stories about that? Because I actually really enjoyed doing that. And I've done it for 2 summers. You did it for 1, but you were more interested with your girlfriend to work.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. I just like having a schedule when I have a job. Just not reading my list. I wish I could see his reaction. Anyways, but I mean, something that's kind of cool, dude. I was working at a baseball tournament. I don't think it was softball. It was baseball. Okay. And literally, the first ever babysitter I ever had showed up to the snow cone thing. And she's like, "Are you Keegan?" I'm like, "Who the heck are you?" She's like, "Oh, it's blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "No way!" And she had 5 kids, dude.
Man.
It was crazy. That was my first ever babysitter. I was barely a baby.
Okay.
I was barely a baby. I was barely...
Alive?
No, what's conscious? I was barely conscious to remember her.
No, I get what you're saying.
I lived in Oklahoma at that time, so...
No, okay. And I'd like to think I taught you well. You really learned all about the snow cone making trade. But we made some good money.
Cool flavors too, dude.
Yeah. I remember I made you take a few kitchen sink suicide creations of just putting all the flavors in sour and cream
or sour shots too.
We got some pretty good creations. Keegan, last summer, we had this notes page that we shared.
We still got it.
Had the weirdest names for the. Will you pull it out?
Yeah, one of them was Sweet Caroline. That was my favorite one. That's the first one I ever made too.
Okay.
Let's see, Kona. Yeah, I found it, dude. Sweet Caroline, Strawberry Banana Sunset, Love Potion, and Sunburn.
And they're just a mixture of a variety of kind of flavors and stuff.
They smacked. And you know what's sad though? The moment I started saying I don't know if I want to work at Kona anymore was when all the flavors started tasting the same. Because that's what happens. You eat so many snow cones. Like we had free snow cones.
Yeah.
It was like just go for it.
We balled out.
And you try them enough. What was the one that like numbed all the other flavors? Blue raspberry, wasn't it? And I literally couldn't taste any flavors after that for like half the summer. I was like, this is just a chemical creation.
Well, and I'll tell you, Keegan, you know, the one thing about Kona Ice that I was really good at that you weren't is I was the customer service master. You kind of considered yourself like the mixologist. You tried to make the best flavors, but I tried customer service, and I racked in the money in tips, okay? There was one time I went to a birthday party, and I literally got an $100 tip. Literally an $100 tip.
That was a rich place. I remember that.
You got what? Probably at most $2.
The biggest tip I've had was like $20. And I don't even know why it was. I think it's because I talked to them about Texas, and they were like really. They're like, here's $20. I'm like, no way.
No, that could. I mean, I'd tip you if you talked about Texas.
Honestly, like I don't know how I connected with them like that because I really, when I'm working too, I mean, like I'll be like, oh hey kid, you know, blah blah blah, want a snow cone? Oh, you want a Spider-Man? That's classic. Like that's base level customer service. You like went over the top with it. And then other than that, I was just like, I'm just trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Keegan, you know what they say. Greed pays. that should be the show tagline. Greed pays. No, okay. And my final thing before we transition over to your weird writing on this thing, would you like to talk about your haunted ghost experience? Well, I don't even know that it's a ghost, but at Rudy Road.
This is a good transition. Dude.
And you could also talk about the Alamo Mansion.
Dude.
Which you also believe is haunted. So
that's a good freaking story.
Yeah, talk about Rudy Road first, and then the Alamo Mansion.
So me and Gavin, we've already mentioned Gavin. We were We were just amateur. Amateur is a good word. Paranormal investigators, intentionally and unintentionally. Okay.
I mean, I would like to just add in the story here. Calling those two amateur paranormal investigators. It's like Dumb and Dumber going on.
No, dude. We were pretty legit about it. We have the video to prove it, dude.
Okay, the video of what? Continue the story.
Okay. Okay, before Rudy Road then, I'm going to tell you one of the first times I ever hung out with Gavin. We went to the Tony Alamo Mansion. It's an abandoned mansion of an ex-cult leader that tried to reincarnate his wife.
And he lived just right up the road from us.
Literally, he used to own all of Alma.
Yeah, he
or
did.
I don't know if I can mention Alma, but oh well. We're just going to go with it.
Well, we kind of know that.
Anyways. But, yeah, we went to investigate it just to, like, check it out. I've been there before, you know? And there's still, like, old Bibles and weird stuff. And there's a freaking like, other people, not of the cult, but like devil worshippers, legitly, and I say that like with heavy words because it was like pretty scary stuff. They would go in the basement because the basement's pitch dark, all this other stuff, really spooky. And there was what's it called? A seance, a triangle thing.
Yeah, kind of.
With like the Book of Judas and stuff down there, and so we have this on tape of us investigating all that and like kind of spooking ourselves out. But we've also caught on camera the sounds that we heard. Like, Colin, you're probably a skeptic about it, but we were there.
No. I'd like to say Gavin's video when he recorded, it's like dark. He didn't have a light, so you can barely see anything inside.
Another thing, well, we went and got a lamp too. We went and got like a really bright light. But legitly, you hear this all the time on Ghost Adventures or whatever you watch. When we walked into the building, our camera batteries died. Okay. Not even capping. Gavin had a full battery. We were recording before we went into the place. When we stepped in, his battery died. I don't... Listen, you're going to call me... You can say I'm BSing? I was there. That's all I know.
Hey, Keegan, we don't judge on this podcast.
I mean, I was there. And we saw some stuff and we ran out. And ever since then, dude, like... we've been prayed over and stuff. It's scary.
Okay. You guys should, to learn more about Tony Alamo is very interesting because it was, I mean, very, very wealthy from an entrepreneurial standpoint.
Yeah.
But it has kind of like started in LA and then moved, and like the area up there by the houses, like those apartments were the old compound living.
And we used to know the owner, so we can go in and look at it, but there's a new owner, and they're renovating it and stuff. I don't know why you'd want to touch that place, just being 100% honest. It's not even, like, a good piece of land. I mean, but, I mean, another thing is Rudy Road.
Yeah, let's hear about that one now.
This place is in the country, okay? It's a road, but it's also like a town, and it's like a mountain range kind of thing, you know? It's in the country. And we used to have some friends, like, we'd go to a birthday party in there, we have some friends that live there. And so when we would drive Rudy at night or in the day, we would always see or hear some weird stuff. It was heebie-jeebie type stuff. There's old houses there. There's old unmarked graves, old, like, just everything. It's a spooky spot. And maybe that adds to me in my experiences there.
Spooky.
But, dude, you see stuff. Rudy Road the whole mountain range is haunted. I would compare it to, I'm not sure what the mountain range is called, but it's in a national forest, I think, in like New Mexico. And apparently, like, people that go into that national forest, like into this kind of plateau and like the desert kind of thing, they don't come out of it because there's some spooky stuff going on. I could say the exact same thing with Rudy because I've seen and heard. If there was ever a place where there'd be Sasquatches, like, being 100% serious, because do you remember that time there was a news article about the Sasquatch at Lake Fort Smith?
No.
Dude, these people got attacked by a Sasquatch. It killed their dog. Like, this is an actual news article from like a year ago. And it killed their dog and tore up their camp and stuff. So if there was ever a place for that, it'd be at Rudy Road, 100%.
Okay. But you said there was something that attacked you guys?
I have no idea. I can't explain this. So, we're dropping off one of my friends, and it's just me in the car because Gavin is going to walk the friend to her house because it's that dang janky kind of stuff. Like, even on that dirt road walk, they'll say, dude, we saw something.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting there on my phone trying not to realize that I'm in the middle of the just, country, spooky country. And I look up, and my headlights are on trees, a tree line. And then all of a sudden, there's like this thing that like is on top of my car with like wings or something spread. And it's casting a shadow on the tree line. It's like, imagine that sound effect.
Looks like a bat.
Yeah, it was like a huge bat. You ever see those?
You had Batman on your car, man.
Dude, you ever see those huge bats in like Indonesia or something?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
They're
about.
like 6 feet tall. That's what this was.
Okay.
Super spooky.
Interesting.
Anyways.
Okay.
It kind of like landed and flew, and that ties in to the other place I mentioned because a guy had a similar sighting of that at his. So I don't know what it is, but it was creepy.
Well, interesting. No, I appreciate you sharing your ghost story. You and Gavin indulge in the spooky horror stuff, and that is not my.
That's not
my
your
forte.
Yeah. Which leads to my questions I have for you.
Yes. What did you write?
Do you believe in the extraterrestrials?
Yeah, I believe in ghosts, but most importantly, they should believe in themselves.
I didn't say ghosts. Okay, I've heard. Listen, ghosts are their own thing, but do you believe in extraterrestrials?
Yeah, I believe in aliens, but most importantly, they should believe in themselves.
No, like genuinely though, do you think the world's ever been visited? Do you think they could be out there?
This is turning into the Joe Rogan podcast very quickly. All we need to talk about is elk meat and DMT, and we'd basically have it.
It's a serious thing, though.
Yeah, I don't know that I do. I don't know. So, do you? Is that why you're...
I'm not saying I've ever had a UFO sighting or whatever, but I've definitely looked and read into some stuff, and I've made my own conclusions. I do believe in it, in a sense. And I've just recently watched a documentary called Phenomenal or something like that. And it's like a brief documentary over the history of like UFO sightings and whatnot and what they really were. So half the documentary is like kind of debunking stuff.
Okay.
But this guy was also on the Impulsive podcast and he talked about it. That's how I found out about it. But there's some very compelling evidence that call me a crazy guy that just believes in like ancient aliens and stuff. I don't believe in ancient aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's xenophobic.
So
but
they're modern aliens.
It just kind of takes you through these skeptical things, and he made the documentary because literally 2021 this year, the Pentagon is releasing more information on the certain cases he talked about, like 100%, and he goes into why they didn't release it then in the 50s and 40s of these UFO sightings. The reason was because there was like a Cold War and stuff, so they didn't want to release like, oh, there's unknown space flying crafts above the White House. Yeah. True story. So they're literally about to release it this year. I think it's in May.
Okay. Well,
if y'all want to like look into that, look it up. It's a
serious
thing. It's a serious thing.
You're gonna have to come back and update everyone on this.
I mean, they can find it themselves too. Just a Google search. It's a serious thing.
Okay.
It was very interesting.
No, I feel you. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm just not I just haven't really gotten into it or anything. But you know me. I'm just kind of skeptical about a lot of things. But you also wrote down. What else did you write down?
Denver, Colorado.
Oh yeah.
This is a conspiracy theory.
Oh. Okay.
Have you ever heard about the Denver airport?
Oh God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning this briefly, and I would like to just say, Keegan, being on this podcast, you're participating in the intellectual, really injection of ideas. Okay, so by saying these conspiracy theories, I just like to remind you that you're kind of putting your stamp of merits on them. So I'm not saying that because I really haven't heard the whole spiel about this, but I'm just saying if you put this out here, you're putting it out there forever.
Listen, there's some conspiracies that are sus,
Yeah, like Among Us.
TikTok will show you a bunch of them.
No, okay, but hit me with this one.
The physical layout and the names and just the actual billing statements of the Denver airport, it's insane. The whole story of it. And it's like this it's like this Illuminati conspiracy. Oh, the Illuminati's aren't real, whatever. And, you hear about the Freemasons and stuff, too. Some skeptical stuff with that. This is a very similar thing in the modern day where the Denver International Airport, or wherever it's called, was made to have these underground society, like, beneath it. And it's also supposed to be the start of a new world if there's, like, a nuclear war or something. It's crazy. It sounds crazy. But this is it's something that's just physically there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know if you're like searching it or not.
Well, because I've been to the Denver airport and there's horses all over the place.
Hey, tell your story then. I'm just saying.
No,
I've never been there.
The horses.
Yeah.
But Keegan, you're mentioning this and you don't even know that much about it.
Listen, all I know, I haven't looked into it. I haven't watched a documentary on it. I've just heard about it. I've talked to people about it. It's weird.
Well, so.
I mean, just the facts that I know is during the construction of the airport, they went through like 30 different contractors and stuff because and the materials and cost of it was like 4 times as much as it should have cost. Technically, the whole aerial layout of it is like some weird symbol, and the paintings in it is kind of interesting. And also just you hear stories of there being this underground and all this other stuff and like strange planes landing on it and whatnot.
Okay.
It's like a modern day Area 51 if y'all even,
So I think we might have to take a field trip out to the Denver airport to really see what this is about. Keegan, you're going to have to report back with more information. You got me hooked and then you really haven't...
Listen, I can hook you. You got to come find it. You just look it up, dude.
Well, you didn't hook me just yet. I wanted a little more information, but
hey, the people listening to this might know exactly what I'm talking about.
They might. You never know. You never know who's listening. The people who control the Denver airport could be
who's listening.
Keegan,
I'm just kidding.
If this airs, you guys might never hear from us again. If you did, it's the Denver Airport Authority. It's their security guards who are roaming around on Segways who are coming for us. Well, okay, Keegan. I think that exhausts my list of things to discuss with you. Is there anything you'd like to tell that we haven't, or any questions? Do you have any questions, Keegan?
Just dare to believe.
Oh, dare to believe what?
Just dare to believe, man.
Okay. Okay, there, Mister. Kind of sound.
Go read a book. That's a good thing.
Kind of sound like a cult leader now.
You know, call your mom. Call your
Really?
mom. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Save your souls. That's another thing. Just some
Okay.
nitpicks. You know, save your soul. Yeah, call your mom.
I see.
Don't forget to hydrate your tonsils.
Oh, okay. Well, Keegan, I think that about wraps us up the episode. You sure you don't want to freestyle with your last chance?
Nah, dude, I'm retired.
You could send us out. You could literally write a theme song right now.
I'm not there yet.
Man, I tried everything.
Oh, dude, I'm getting a buzz cut. After I get a buzz cut, I'll have my like Mac Miller sense going, and I can definitely freestyle.
And just a plain buzz cut?
Dude, I'm just gonna buzz it after spring break.
Okay, well, I here's my suggestion. Are you ready? Get it dyed. Get it like dyed with some color in
I'm
there.
gonna Kanye it, dude.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You know how cool that would be?
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna go for the Mac Miller, but I could dye it and go full Kanye on it.
That was Dennis Rodman, who I remember like really
Rodman did it
popularized
too.
that with the leopard print. Like I don't even remember if it was cheetah or leopard print.
He did. He changed it like every day.
Yeah.
So.
You could do that, Keegan. But well, okay, Keegan. I'd like to thank you so much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it. It's just kind of one of those deals. My friend and I said, "Hey, get on the podcast," and boom, here you are.
Yeah.
A very important person.
You told me like 30 minutes ago, whenever we started this podcast. You said
we organized quickly.
You want
here
some
at the Illusion
food?
Lounge.
I was like, yes. Hey, you're doing a podcast.
Hey, if you give Keegan free food, he's helped me clean my car for free food. If I ever want to get my car clean, I'm like, Keegan, come help me clean it, and I'll give you free food. But yeah, I really appreciate you being on here and talking about your great experiences of life with cosmic encounters and Hooters and a little bit everything under the sun. But yeah, thank you all so much for listening. And again, remember, the best ways to support the podcast are screenshotting it and posting it to your Instagram and Snapchat. And remember, on Instagram, tag me at Lord Colin Keady, and I'll post it on there. And also giving us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and leaving us a review. And then just telling your friends and following us on the respective platforms, so that way you get notified every time we post a new episode. So yeah, Keegan, would you like to say goodbye?
Bye.
Okay,
Peace.
sounds good. Peace out, Girl Scouts.